How are we today? We well? See, I'm all dressed up in black. Yeah, going to a funeral today. A friend that I haven't seen for a long time, and we've had our ups and downs, him and I. And he's had his own battles with, substance abuse. Number one, his one was alcohol. Anyway, his uncle passed away, and he's asked me to do security at his uncle's funeral because his sister isn't welcome. Her two children are welcome, but she's not. The last family funeral that she was at didn't go very well because she arrived drunk. And I've been asked, because he trusts me, knows what sort of a person I am, to, keep a conflict or know how to handle a conflict, especially at a funeral, especially when you need, discreet behaviour and stuff. That I can do that. We can all do a lot if we dig deep. Reason why I'm making this video is 3 points. One, I've just mentioned about my friend reaching out to me that I haven't seen for a while. And we had our own ups and downs and stuff because of his substance abuse, and I just had to let him go on his journey. But in saying that, if he ever really fell into any trouble, I was there. But I'm not going to baby him. I'm not going to tell him it's okay. So that's that one. The other one is, as I said on my previous, I've said in all my videos briefly, but I really did say in that one that I'm so proud of you all, my subscribers and everyone who watches my videos, on the basis that you are all able to, and you are communicating amongst each other and helping each other, and that's fantastic, right? Without me being a part of it, you're using my channel and that which is your channel to be able to help grow this community, to help each other in some way, give advice, even give another outlook at something, right? And since that's happened, there's been a lot of, between 3 people or 4 people, myself, Harley, and another guy. As you know, I helped the 15-year-old. He reached out, he saw a video which really hit me. But this communication that's been going on, there's been about 400 communication between. I've been jumping in there every now and again. And anyway, from what I can gather, and I don't mean to be rude to the people who it involves, but from what I can gather, the son is very worried about his father because his father drinks a lot. And I think it was Harley who, or I'm not too sure if it was Harley, anyway, one of the people who is reaching out and trying and asking how they're doing and how he's doing and everything else like that, has been putting comments up as well, like, not comments, but just giving, we're here type thing, how you going, everything else like that. Anyway, yesterday I responded to the person and said, ask them when they drink, are they happy? I said, ask them when they drink the most, when they're happy or sad. That's it. Anyway, I'm not dissing anyone here. I want to make this quite clear. All right. And as I said in my videos, and I'll even say now, no one's beyond checking. Okay. And the comment that I got back was really good. Right. And it was from this person, right, who's been reaching out and said, hey, JB, I don't mean to be rude, but he's an alcoholic. All right. I understood that. I already knew that. What I was wanting to know is when they drink the most. Most people will take up substance abuse and that when they're not happy, even though they look happy, right? There's something else going on. And something's happened to push them to the substance abuse, right? At the end of the day, we're all adults here, right? We know smoking's not good for you. We know drugs aren't good for you. We know even medication for too long is not good for you. And we definitely know that, illicit drugs are not good for you, right? Okay? On long-term basis, okay? Right? I'm not going to advocate drugs, alcohol, and I'm not going to not advocate them, okay? I've taken them. I'm no little Lord Fauntleroy, okay? We're human beings, right? And why I said that is to give another idea, to put that, ask that to the person. When do you drink the most? When you're happy or sad, right? And then start a conversation, right? And then say to this person, when you get in that mood and you go to reach for a drink, right? Maybe go for a walk first. Do something first before you do what you normally do and reach for a drink. Go for a walk first. Go and have a shower. Then once you've done that, see how you feel then. I'm not saying to not go for the drink then. What I'm saying is don't go for it first. Right? That's it. Just change a habit. I'm not saying it's very hard. Some people struggle with, alcohol, right, or illicit drugs, right? They're addicted, right? I did put a comment in there, and this person said that there's something to be learned in what I said, and that's this. My substance abuse was ice, okay, right? I hate the drug. I think it's shit and everything else like that. But I was on it for a long time in the garage. But I wasn't addicted to it because for the years that I was on it out in the garage, right, was to numb. I was still productive, going to work, whatever. The relationship between Mary and I had been pushed to a point where it was breaking, and I didn't want to break. I didn't want to break it. And it wasn't actually what she did that pushed me to the drugs. It's what happened after what happened between Mary and I. Now, I want to make this quite clear. Mary and I, there was no infidelities here, okay? This was an internal matter, right? And it was a breach of trust on... It was just a trust issue, and it really hurt me. And I didn't know that I had that strength in me. But I did. And I forgave her. And I stayed. I was angry. I was fucking angry. Even to this day, I get angry. Not because of what she did. It's what she didn't do after. And that was everything else that came after it that she had no control over, like my daughter, my ex, my daughter going to jail, my daughter on drugs, my just, being a fucking idiot. My ex helping my daughter to, encouraging her to have a baby, knowing she was on drugs, only to take that child off my daughter. And Mary and I brought him up for 9 years. My daughter went to jail for home invasion when she was a fucking crackhead, and that the father's a piece of shit to my grandson, right? And my ex has just fucking used my grandson as a fucking credit card. All the government assistance and everything else like that. And now we don't even see him anymore. I used to see my daughter. My daughter did 2 crimes, right? She did 2 crimes. One, I got her off, and she doesn't realise I got her off. But nevertheless, I don't agree with the crime. I told her that it was a violent crime, and it was a malicious crime. But she was looking at going to jail, and I pulled on doesn't matter anyway. But the crime that got her, she did that on her own. Did a home invasion with a bloke with a gun and fucking This was my daughter that was ready, training and everything, and she was going to be in the Olympics. I used to go to her little house. I trained her. I pushed her. She broke records. She was... And when all that was happening, that's when I separated from my ex, because my ex and I, we were never together for love. I stayed because my ex fell pregnant with my daughter. But I love my daughter. And at the same time, even though she's my daughter, you do wrong just because you're my daughter or your family. Wrong's wrong. And the hard conversations have to be spoken. So what I'm saying here, a baby that is born, you baby, okay? But you don't baby adults. The harsh words and the hard conversations have to be had. It's like fucking someone's hanging on a cliff. They're over the cliff. They're on a ledge. They're just down there. I'm on top. I get a rope. I hang it down to them. And they won't grab the rope. I can't stand there for the rest of my fucking life holding this fucking rope. And there's no trees around to tie the rope to. What do I fucking do? They need to grab the rope. I've given them everything they need to tie themselves together. Everything. And they won't grab the rope. But they're not falling either. They've just got to grab. I can't stand there for the rest of my life. You got to grab the rope. So what I'm saying is sometimes you have to have these hard conversations, and you have to ask these people that have got substance abuse addictions. I didn't, right? I put the crack pipe down and I walked away from it. So I was never addicted. I used it to self-medicate. I put it down. I didn't go to AA. I didn't go to these fucking sit-arounds with other fucking pieces of shit, right, that feed their ice addiction by fucking breaking into houses. I wasn't doing that. I wasn't one of them. I did go to one once, to please Mary, and I sat there and I was sitting amongst fucking whingers that live at home with their fucking mum and dad. They're fucking in their 40s and they've got kids and they're fucking whinging and they're riding push bikes there and they're fucking, so fucking proud of you. And then you listen to their story and they're fucking stealing TVs and they're fucking ruining other people's lives, mate. I didn't do that, mate. I bought my shit. Okay, and I came home and I sat in the fucking garage and I fucking took my shit. And all I fucking wanted was Mary or just someone to come in and fucking grab me. I wasn't addicted. To just grab me and just not pick me up, but just take me away. Just clear my head. And it hurts the most when the person I wanted it from didn't come. But I had to understand, I had to give them understanding and them forgiveness and them all the fucking, the right to speak. Because at the whole time I've got to realise I'm doing drugs. I'm doing drugs. When you're on substance abuse, when you're doing alcohol or you're doing drugs or you amphetamines or whatever, barbiturates and stuff, right? But people aren't going to listen to you. They're not going to listen to you. I put that pipe down a few times in the years, right? To show Mary I'm sober, I've been, done 3 months. It's still the same fucking argument. Nah. Back on it, fuck it. Went out, sat in the fucking garage. I've got a nice unit in here. There's no heating in the garage. All I had was my laptop, my bikes, me Snowbell who passed away. And the next one is a mate of mine reached out to me yesterday. We haven't spoken for fucking, since 97 or 98. He reached out to me and we had a conversation yesterday. And his son had passed away at the age of 21 of cancer, Ryan. I remember Ryan. Now he's with the same woman, he's had enough. He's just said, Justin, you and I, why is the fucking world like this? People just are cunts. They just fucking shit on you. The world's gone to shit. People fucking, you got to please everyone else. I just want to do my job. I care about people, you understand? I'm not here, even in my life, do I walk around looking to make someone's life harder. All right? I don't like bullies, and I'll smash their fucking face in. All right? Let me tell you, I haven't been on an ego trip, all right, on YouTube or anything. I haven't said how strong I am or anything like that. Okay? You probably already know, some of my subscribers might know that, all right, I'm a bloke who's been around the block quite a few times, right? I've had a few scuffles. Yeah, I've had fucking few scuffles. I'll even tell you this, I've fucking taken life as well, right? And I don't regret it. I'm sick and tired of people who know me, right? And they say, you can't, who are you to make that choice? Who the fuck are you to fucking say that to me when you weren't in the fucking situation I was in? You weren't even fucking there, right? And you know me, but now you're judging me to think I'm a fucking idiot. Do I walk around the street kicking cats and dogs and fucking punching babies in the fucking head? No, I don't. So if I've taken another person's fucking life, then you as my friend should know I had a fucking good fucking reason. I'm not God. But where is fucking God? With these fucking kids running around killing people at the age of 14. And people want to be sympathetic with them. Like the fucking football players. Oh, the bump and the tap. Oh, that's a bit fucking harsh. There's more bumping and tapping at a fucking ballet dance for fucking Swan Lake. Fucking football's gone to shit. Good old the Aussie Pie and a fucking VB. Yeah, good old Rene Kink and Jacko. Yeah, fucking bump and grind. Now they're a bunch of fucking, and I'll say it, poofters. And that's not fucking saying anything bad about poofters. I've got gay mates. I've got gay fucking friends. Okay? It's just a fucking word to say you're a wussy. Stop sucking. I had a friend years ago. He fucking was, fuck. He wanted to kill himself. Oh, I'm going to kill myself. His wife would ring me or ring one of our other one of us and stuff. Oh, he's not going to off again, right? Mind you, this bloke got a good job. He had cash. Well off. Beautiful wife, beautiful kids, beautiful house. Everything was beautiful. Just him. Because he looked at us. Me and one other person, right? And we were out. But we weren't out running around fucking girls and fucking, having a great time. We were working. We were doing our jobs. And notoriety came to us, not because we were looking for it, because we didn't take shit from people. We did our jobs. So anywhere we went, and even during the day, I'd walk around the Vic Market or fucking down around the meat markets and stuff like that. That's where I did my shopping, and I'd be training, boxing, and that, because I won a couple of titles in boxing and stuff like that. Right? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I won a couple of titles in boxing. There you go. How's that? All right? All right? Okay? I'll tell you something about fucking crime. Tawley, I'll tell you something about fucking crime. These fucking idiots that are doing crime, they think they're fucking, and I call them wanker gangsters, yeah? Right? Wanker fucking gangsters. You fucking wankers. You fucking gangsters. I don't give a fuck how much money you got. I don't give a fuck who you ride with. Patch clubs, anything. I don't give a fuck. Okay? I'll tell you why. They all made a choice. 99% of it made a choice that that's the life they want to lead. Okay? They've gone from a life and now they want to be in crime. They've made the choice to go into it. Okay? Well, let me tell you my life. My mother left me in a brothel in fucking 83 during the Fitzgerald inquiry, Australia's worst royal commission in Australian history. Prostitutes and fucking pimps and drug dealers were getting murdered by coppers and there was fucking crime going off everywhere, right? And she left me in a brothel just off Cavill Avenue. And I was brought up by a mother and daughter who were looking after the 6 brothels for the owner. They weren't working them, but they managed them. And I lived with them at the fucking Condor, just in the Gold Coast, right? They brought me up, okay? So what am I telling you there? Do I have to spell it out? I was dumped in the fucking shit of crime. I had no fucking choice. So I had to learn it. I had to pick a path in what sort of crime I was going to do. I had no fucking choice. But I made the right choice on what crime I was going to do. Right? And it's up to all of you who listen to my videos to just think about what sort of a person I was within, if you want to call it the underworld or the criminal world or whatever you want to fucking call it. When you're born in that, there is no fucking such word as that shit. It's just you gotta fucking get on with it to get yourself out. So talking to my mate yesterday, he's had enough. He had an epiphany. He had a heart attack 5 weeks ago. He was clinically dead. And he said, I don't know, Justin. He said, I just call it an epiphany. And he said, I sat down and I saw you on Facebook and I thought, that's the cunt I want back in my life. So I'm going to go and see him in Perth. I said to Mary, I'm going to go see my mate. And he's like me, you know, he knows a lot of people, but different character, of course. And a lot of people he already knew me, and he was shocked at that, you know. I don't lead a double life. I am not a Jekyll and Hyde, but I tell you now, you fucking piss me off, and I don't get angry. My adrenaline does not go up. I will fucking snatch the fucking life out of you if you are a fucking idiot. And I will end a fucking friendship if you fucking judge me on something that I'm telling you about what I did to someone, or if right there you make me look like a fool over a fucking dickhead who deserved a whack in the fucking head. And that, if we don't start fucking, my grandfather, mate, he would have fucking been ashamed of a lot of people out there who aren't standing up, saving other people. Our fucking forefathers gave their fucking lives for us to be able to fucking learn from, to defend ourselves and others, right? And what are we doing? Nothing. We hear people screaming in the fucking street, screaming for help, and we do nothing. You know what they've got to tell women these days when they're being raped? Scream fire. Not rape, fire. Because people will run to see what a fire looks like. How's that? How disgusting's that? But anyway, getting back to my mate, who had a lot of money. Anyway, he always used to threaten, no, I'm going to kill myself. She'd ring up. Oh, we'd go over there and he'd have a gun. You know, at his fucking head. Oh, and he did this fucking over and over. Anyway, one night, she'd get the phone call. I've just about had enough, you know. Right? And I went over there and he's, oh, fucking Johnny, I'm fucking had enough. You know what I did? I walked up peacefully to him and I grabbed the gun and I stuck it in his fucking mouth. And I said, why don't you fucking just shut up? You've done this how many fucking times? Scaring your kids, scaring your wife, having everyone fucking worried about you. It's draining us. We've asked you what's going on. We can't see what's going on. What's the matter with you? We know your life from a baby. Nothing's happened. What's going on? I knew it. He was jealous of me and another bloke because of I had a family. I wasn't cheating. He was a simple. He knew us. He was a mate, but he didn't have that. He wanted that. That presence. Of walking down the street, big man. Whoa, hey, fear me. I don't walk around like that. I don't walk around like that. If people fear me, that's up to them. Unless they've crossed me and they remember my hand being on their body at some point, right? Okay? I've had blokes that have come up to me, right, after I've given them a bit of a tap, years later and said, "You remember me?" And I said, "Yeah, I do." And they said, "We just want to say thanks. I deserve that. And you gave me the appropriate punishment. You didn't go too far with it. I gave them the appropriate punishment that they needed." And I put the gun in his fucking mouth. I said, "You know what your fucking problem is? You don't know what you got, mate. You don't appreciate what you got. You want my life? You want to know what it's like? Standing in a fucking smelly, dirty fucking public bar with fucking cunts that are pissed or fucking their kids growing up, hating police, hating fucking security, calling me a dog, a fucking rat, you fucking dickhead, fucking security, couldn't be a copper, so you became a bouncer, all of this fucking shit." Well, it didn't last long because I'd fucking fill their fucking face with me fucking fist, right? Or I'd put them in a position where they were fucked. I haven't even fucking heard them yet. Because I was trained. I know how to do that. I know how to make some people submit. I did jiu-jitsu. I did fucking ninjutsu as well. I did judo. Right? I did jiu-jitsu and all of that, mate. Come fuck around with me. I love going to the ground. I love taking a person and bringing them to the ground on top of me and seeing their face smiling for a minute. Oh, he's going down. And then all of a sudden, about there, they go, "Oh, shit." And then it's fucking on. So what I'm trying to get across is, if you're going to worry about someone who's drinking or taking substance abuse, mate, you got to fucking ask them. Take some action. Scare them. Tell them. Or just leave them. Because it's going to bring you down. Well, that scared the fuck out of him. And he got it. Never did it again. Became the man he once was again to his wife. And all she said was to me, and I didn't do it for thanks, but she said, "Thank you. Thank you for scaring me." He was a gazelle wanting to be a lion. I was a little cub, and I never wanted to be the king of the jungle, but that's what it made me. And I don't think I'm a king of the jungle. Have you seen what a lion's life is? You think it's peaceful sitting up? You think it's like the Lion King? You know, the movie? With the fucking... No, it's not. It's brutal. Have you seen the death of a lion? And another story about another friend who used to take heroin. Anyway, we'd had enough. So we went and ran to his house, the four of us, and we dragged him out while he was fucking, like this. His mum was there. We dragged him out and he's kicking and screaming. We drove him all the way up to Mansfield, this was years ago, and we put him in a fucking cabin up there. Right, we locked the cabin, we worked it on 12-hour shifts, so two would stay up there, while the other two would have to go to work, and then we'd swap over. Right, he was in this cabin, right, and he had blankets, and we just opened up the door, right, because we knew he was going to shit himself and be a fucking idiot, and he did. He threw shit everywhere. So we just used cold water, that's what he got, there's food, whatever. We did that to him for 2 weeks. We kidnapped him, and we fucking dried him out and fed him for fucking 2 weeks, right? And then we arranged shifts, so he was basically handcuffed to us, right? And we went round to all these dealers and we fucking bashed the fucking filthy cunts, right? And that showed him. You know what got him off the drugs? What he saw? What we were willing to do. Because at any point after that, he could have gone to the coppers and fucked us. Oh, we gave him a beat too. He fucking hit us with shit when we go into the cabin. He'd hit us with shit, throw shit at it in our face. That's what friends do for each other. You go out on limbs for each other. And if you can't call a friend a dickhead or pull them up, you don't have a friendship there. So I'm sorry if this video is a bit confronting, but that's how you deal with life. A baby, your baby. But when you're not a baby anymore, you don't get baby. You got to get on with it. And you got to start telling people. I spoke to a person the other day, one of my subscribers, and I said to her, because she was telling me a bit and she's going through a hard time, and she said, "I tell it straight how it is," and because she does that, she's pushed a lot of people away from her. And she said that in her own words. And I turned around and I said, "Yeah, no, I understand that, telling people straight and being straight up. But I said, sometimes you do have to sugarcoat it, or even not just that. Just pick the time so the timing's so right so you don't push these people away and then you're not alone." Timing's everything. Getting the words right is everything. You can talk straight to someone, but it's how you speak it, when you speak it. If they're going through it right now, that right then's not the time to do it. You don't run to a car accident scene when someone's gone through a red light and go, "You fucking idiot, you fucking run through it." You fucking get there and you fucking look for fucking life and how to help it. Then once all of that's taken care of, then you can start grabbing the people and going, "You're a dickhead." But at the time, the dickhead who went through the red light might be wanting your assistance because the steering column's gone through his fucking chest. You don't ignore him because he went through a fucking red light and he was the cause of it. You help him. Unless it's a fucking 14-year-old kid stealing cars and they hit a fucking pole and it blows, then just leave them, mate. Fuck them. They're a detriment to society anyway. So what I'm saying is this, right? This is what you're going to get more of now, right? I do give a shit about each and every one of you and people out there, right? But at the same time, I'm not going to dump you, but at the same time, if you're not going to listen to someone or even me, and you're going to waste people's time, and you're not going to endeavour to even pull yourself up a bit, then just fuck off. Just fuck off. Because I can't be standing at that fucking cliff edge and you're not taking the rope. There's nothing more I can do. I need you to take the rope. I can't climb down there. There's nothing around for me to fucking tie the rope to. There's no ladder. I have rope. I don't want to leave you. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere. I have rope. Enough rope. Grab the fucking rope. What can I do? The fuck's going on here? So what can I do? What can anybody do in that case? There's nothing. So I do give a shit. But sometimes the hard questions have to be asked. And just remember, we're not babies anymore. All right? So go get a pie. Take care. All right? See ya.